Hello and welcome back to Cabincast slash ReveloGM Games because this is going up on both but in different ways. I am Oliver, or ReveloGM, and I'm joined by Tom.
Hello.
And we started this last week on our podcast Cabincast. It's our kind of world building documentary kind of series called Cacastia, where we're building this world for our Pathfinder campaign that will happen sometimes towards the end of this year or maybe next year, who can say. And we realized we could just record what Tom's doing, put it up here. So I'm gonna try that as well. So two birds with one stone. Would have links to the alternate in the description or whatever. But yeah, last time we went over the general kind of premise again, had a bit of discussion about that, and we started on the first sort of hex. Because this isn't really going to be a hex crawling adventure. It's going to be much more focused narratively, but it's a good way for us to segment it, and it'll still work. And it means we can potentially use it for exploration in other games in the future as well. So we started on Ring 1, Tile 3, which is where you've got one of the exits from the city, which we named.
Yes, we named the city.
What did we name it?
The Latin word for wall.
Which
is a word I can't pronounce.
But it was with the V instead of the W sound that it would have been Latin.
Yeah, so it was like Vellum?
Vellum, maybe? Vallum.
That was it.
Vallum, because essentially if you read it, it says Wallum, which is wall, yeah. Vallum. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a week, but a lot's happened. So there we are. So last time
nobody's characters died.
That's true. Time. That's true. No one died.
So yeah, they might die.
Everyone leveled up, but no one died. But that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this. And last time we made the new and improved, smaller Biddlesville, the Biddlebrook, the Biddlebrook Woods or whatever, the Biddlebrook Farm. We inputted.
I don't think we named the woods. We didn't name the woods.
We didn't. We should name the woods. Or the forest. Can't remember what the difference is. We'll have to check that.
The woodcutter's heart.
Book. We did the woodcutter's heart. As well.
The abandoned woodcutter's heart. The connection into the city. The secret connection.
The secret connection into and out of the city of Vallum. We did the waterfall as well, where that's all hidden, which is called the Wallfall.
It's there. You can see it just about.
You can. It's pretty dark, murky river.
Yeah, I can change that.
We might wanna blue that up a little bit more.
White, equiangle, feudal, imagination, which is what we were using last time. Paper, vintage, and war. So those are things. I've just got it on equiangle at the moment because I like the look of the tiles in this. It looks clean. It fits with the rest of the.
That is true. We'll keep it as that for now, and we can.
Also, I can't remember where the ford was. Whether it was between 7 and 3 and 8 and 3. I've got it between 8 and 3 at the moment.
I believe it was, yes. That's where we went with that as well as Fjord did. A little bit. That sounds right to me. So I have forgotten my other book that I needed, so I'm going to go grab that and leave Tom to talk about the paths he's putting down and stuff.
I've put down. Yeah, so you got different colours and different shapes of paths. So if I go on the path symbol here and we click on this, you got a selection of styles that we can use. We're using this style for like game trails and dirt tracks and stuff. We're using this one for actual dirt paths. We use the solid one probably with, and they'll all have different colours as well, for like actual proper paths. Maybe we use this for game trails actually. That might be worth using that for game trails. So those are what we're going to use. Now, Biddlesville, obviously, it's a small town outside of the protection of the wall. They're not big fans of the gatekeepers, the people who are in charge over there. So they don't have a particularly large footpath going to them. They have just a little dirt track. And obviously the secret entrance has only sort of temporary dirt game footpaths, game trails, and a few well-worn tracks which head Biddlesville and the Biddlebrook Farm, respectively. I've even put in, you know how farms have like glamping things around in them. In the Biddlebrook Farm, I've got a little tent there to imply like glamping. Little glamping business.
Very nice.
I am going to say this as well. I personally do not like glamping whatsoever.
Depends what you determine as glamping.
I get why people do like it, but I don't like it.
What do you count as glamping when you say glamping?
Anything that's permanent.
Hmm.
That's designed to be permanent is
because I would definitely define what we do as glamping, but it's still with like tents and stuff. It's just
if it's with tents and stuff, I don't classify it as glamping because it's not a permanent setup. Like
it's
a
not
glamping,
a fixture, yeah.
To me, a glamping area is like a permanent fixture. It's it's a business that has been set up. It's basically a hotel, but they can get away with not having any of the amenities that a hotel would have, and then offering bed and breakfast. Whereas, if you are at least setting up the tent, then you're getting the full camping experience. To me,
yeah, fair. That makes sense. Okay, wow, there we go.
But yeah, glamping, it's there.
It sure is. So
yeah, we did 8 tiles in total last time. Let me zoom out.
We did.
More of a view. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 13 have been done. 5, 9, 14, 18, and 23 we don't need to worry about because they are on the other side of the wall and they will be part of the city and that will have its own map.
Yep.
So it is to 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, and 22 that we now look to.
It is. So, got out the dice. I actually have a custom D20 one of my friends made that's got all kind of little map things on it, and I haven't really got a chance to use it yet, so I'm going to use that now, which will be cool.
Hey.
So, yeah, next tile is number 10. So we are going to go through the terrain types. We aren't counting all of them because this area is largely still going to be more foresty.
Foresty, plainy, sort of a very simple area. I mean, around the wall, they'll want to keep the forests back so they have clear lines of sight to defend it.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And so that one we rolled there is a 3. So this is plains.
Plains.
Is anything on the plains?
A more permanent road coming from 12, 11, and into 10 from 13.
Well, we rolled a natural 20, which is a standard representation of the terrain type. So yes.
Okay. I'll put it with a full-on black, so that will be. Hang on, let me just get the. So in order to maintain continuity throughout all of this, I need to label what things are.
And we've also immediately forgotten about naming the forest. So
yes,
I am gonna go back and double check what the differences are between forest and woods and things.
I'll mess around with the track. I'll have it going. I'll have it split actually in 10.
Different type of tree locations did not work. Difference between woods and forests and forests were large enough to support species such as wolves and deer for game hunting. That's a forest. Woodland is also considered to be land covered with trees and vegetation, but then the UK woods tend not to be as large as forests.
There we go. So we have a smaller footpath heading off that way. And then we can continue the track. What's the colour for dirt track? Copy.
Okay.
Oh, bless me. Sorry.
That's all right. The original medieval meaning was similar to a preserve. For example, land that is legally kept safe for purposes such as royal hunting would be forests. So they were like kept like that so that you could have wolves and deer for game hunting, like we said before, and encompass other habitats such as heaths, open grassland, and farmland. So these are all woods by that meaning then, if we're going with this more traditional sense, in that they are wild. They are not maintained by any people. Maybe there are somewhere, but these are not. These are woods. So, as we talked about before, this place is largely wild, but some attempts are being made to head in and to set up more civilizations. So, I mean, one of the things that the players may end up doing is helping establish like a new town, perhaps, further into the ring or something, and the trials and trepidations that come with trying to do something like that. We will see, but a road as far as 10 would work. That does make sense. But what's the road going to? That's the next question. And Tom is muted, which means someone has appeared. So I'll just keep talking. So we've got the town of Biddleville, obviously. That's up there. That's a small settlement. It's been about 8 years, set up by a halfling. But there are more places. There are other settlements, other locations. Perhaps there's another one out a little bit further that was set up by the gatekeepers as a kind of outpost, as it were. There's a small garrison maybe there, and that's a place where people can go to get information from beyond the wall without going all the way back to the wall. And that's a small walled city, and that one is very much in the control of the gatekeepers, unlike Biddlesville and Biddlebrook Farm, which are kind of free agents in this borderland world. That seems like a good idea. We're going to keep the Latin in S naming, phrasing going, because Latin sounds cool, Latin adjacent sounds cool. What's outpost? Station. It's not great. We'll workshop that more. But yeah, there's only so much that I can ramble on about right now because Tom is in control of the map and he's doing that. But I will make a note in the meantime. Tile 11 and tile 10 and tile 12 contains the road to the gate house, which they all do. So I was saying, do you have the map, the big map?
The big map. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Open the big map. Hang on.
Big map.
I'll need to open another one of these. I don't know whether it will record that new window. But I will, if need be, send Ollie a screenshot so he can put it up on the thing.
Yeah.
That's Cacastia. Oh, I should probably put the main map in with.
That might be useful in general, just so I can put it up on another screen. Because I was saying perhaps on the next big hex out, there's a small settlement that is run by the gatekeepers, which is, more structured and probably walled and has a garrison. And
Yep.
you can go there for information and stuff on what's happening on the other side of the wall without getting all the way back to the place.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe in 9 or 8.
8 has the larger road going to it.
Then 8 it is.
Okay, in that case, help me find something useful. Can we build this human? Hotel? Paper down. What's it called?
I mean, I don't think we need to put anything big on the hex just yet, because this is going to be like similar size to Biddleville. It's not going to be big at all.
Okay.
It's a more, that's like a little farming village of 3 people. Yeah. This is a garrison of Valum.
Okay, well, we won't put anything on there then. In that case,
leave them blank for now.
Leave them blank for now. But that's there.
That it's there. That's on tile number 8. Okay. Cool. So we figured that out. I need to think of a name for that going forward. But yes, before we press on with any of that, we need to come up with a name for the woods in tile 6. It could obviously just be the Biddlebrook Woods.
What was the name of the family that ended up in an unfortunate circumstance in the 5e game?
That's a great question. I don't even know if I've got a name for them, but I can probably check. No, I can't. There's nothing there that relates to that. Nope, nothing. Nothing. Unless it's in no, not got anything on that. So
yeah, okay then. So we could have called it. Well, they could still be called after them. It's just we got to pick a different name.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll keep trying to find that. Yeah. It's not in there. In here. It's not any of that. It's Cacastia. Is it in here? It'll be in here. It'll be in F4 Biddleville, if it's anywhere. from the previous time that we did a hex thing and then changed it. It was that one over there. It was a woodland. The Carrels. That was it. Carrels.
Carroll Forest.
Carrel Forest.
Which then allows that hut to be called the Carroll Hut.
The Carrel Woods. Because again, it is a woodland area. It is not a forest. Okay. The Carrel Woods. There we go.
You know, he could do something funny with like Biddle as well, where he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I remember some adventurers going in there to try and find them like years after they had already died."
Yep. Indeed. Okay. So, yes, that's tile 6. I'll make a note of that. I've put forest. I'll change that to the Carrel Woods. Carrel trees are that says deciduous, not delicious. That makes sense. Okay. See, I did go through and add in some random encounter tables since we last proceeded for aisles 2 through 6.
That sounds like a mistake I would make. Delicious.
Indeed.
Very different meaning.
It certainly has a very different meaning, yes. So we're on tile 10. This is a tile with roads. Of course it's a tile with roads.
Lots of roads.
And we have roads. Random encounters. If it's on a road or a river, you decrease the DC by 2. That is going to increase the DC.
A slightly larger sort of habitation in tile 8 and like a smaller one in tile 9. Because I've got a smaller road heading up towards tile 9.
Yeah, we can have something going on there as well. Or perhaps there's a like a mine in tile 9 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
That they don't, need. There's just like for transportation rather than many people. But
Maybe.
mine's always good because that means you can build a dungeon. Not a literal dungeon, but a
That
game.
always leads to a teleportation into Minecraft.
Yep, that's how it goes. So tile 12. No, not tile 12. Tile 10 contains road to the gatehouse. Nice road here.
I think.
Splits in 2. One heading to tile 9 and one to tile 8. Quite a lot of foot traffic and well protected, so protected, not protected.
Mounted guards, probably, I'd suspect. We're talking about like sort of roads, you'd have outriders and regular guard posts generally.
Mounted guards / outriders and guard
Well, outposts
posts.
we can put on if there's a like a monument on the road or something like that.
Yep, we can do that in a bit. We can come back to it. So encounters highly unlikely. So DC 18 for encounters on tile 10, and I'm actually gonna just pop that bit of information for 11 and 12 as well. But that's all for tile 10 for now. We can always add more to it later if required. Moving on to tile 11.
I've given Biddle a church.
Nice.
I don't know what
That
world.
makes sense. It might just be a chapel for people to worship whoever in.
Maybe one of
or-
the houses is slightly bigger.
Yeah, that works. Or it might be there is a. I need to actually sit down and do the proper pantheons because I've got bits and pieces right now. I had one for my original games and one I kind of did for another thing, and I just need to kind of combine it all together so that it is done. But we have. It's not Sangor, it's. The Clariere, goddess of the forest, woodland animals, and woodcutting. Could be her. Or it could be.
I'd imagine it would be, seeing as Biddlesville is a farming village which is focused on pastures. If you have a god or goddess of the pasture or the open sky or something like that.
I'm sure. God of light flowers and bountiful harvests.
Yeah, maybe.
But again, people can create multiple things with different pieces, just
I would
different
imagine
things. So.
Carol's, when they were still alive, probably had a shrine to the woodland
Yeah,
goddess.
To the woodland goddess. There's a straight up woodcutting goddess, so that'll be in there somewhere. That is a good point. I will make a note of that for tile 6.
Oh my god, that's
as well.
I've shrunken a house and now it looks like the little cabin has a little look.
It does. That's amazing. Look at
Look.
that house.
I love discovering stuff like this. Hang on, let me zoom in real close. It works really well.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn good.
Oh.
You can
Oh.
just you can just build, like, if you wanted to handcraft cities,
Oh.
you could do it. Thomas grown in power.
It opens up so many possibilities.
Yeah. Sure does. So while Tom gets his mind blown about what he can now do with all these houses, we're going to move on to tile 11, which is next to tile 10 and tile 12. Has a big road going through it already. So let's see if it's just going to be more plains, or if there's going to be anything else going on there. We rolled a flat 10, which is forest. So the Carroll Woods continues on into tile 10.
Okay.
Maybe only like the top half of tile 10. That tree is a little large. And is there anything in here? A random terrain feature. We want a 4. There's a secret.
Oh. Secret.
There is a secret in
Secret
tile
tunnel.
11. It's not another secret tunnel. We can't do that every time.
Maybe one of the Carols is still alive.
Maybe.
That would be spoilery, so I can't know this.
Yeah. No. I've got I have some thoughts about that. If you just want to deafen for a minute, Tom, and then I'll.
Yep. Okay. I was just going to suggest, can we also have a an outpost on this tile?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
If we're going through a forest, it would make sense.
For sure. That's actually what I was going to suggest, is that there is an outpost on this tile, and some of the guards within said outpost are potentially taking a little bit of money on the side from some local banditry to give them a little bit more information as to when and where people may be going, and what the guard movements are, and so on and so forth. So, tile 11 contains the road to the gatehouse, quite a lot of foot traffic, and well protected. So encounters highly unlikely. However, secret. Some guards stationed here are on the take for a local landlord and giving him info on guard patrols and large convoys going through area. So encounters more likely or guaranteed if a lot of treasure is involved. My early plan is to have them kind of deal with the localish kind of bandit lord who's kind of trying to reclaim these lands for himself, and if people just start paying him money to, protection money essentially, and then they're going to try to buy with him or deal with him or something like that. So that will work for him. Awesome. That should be cool. We'll get Tom back.
Okay, I am back. Also, I've made the forest now, and I've put a massive fort.
Yeah, that is a fort.
Probably one of the first ones there. I've got a good castle as well, if we need it.
Yeah, don't need any castles yet. But,
ironically enough, the Empire from the Imperial side, they have some really damn good forts and castles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just need to pick the ones that don't have the palm trees on them.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty decent castle there. Anyway,
it is.
we use this one here without the palm trees, and that is as small as it gets. So I'll have to find something else for the rest. Maybe like a tower like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably for more out of the way ones, but because this is so close, it's like a big redoubt where many of the armored riders come in and they store their horses in the lower levels, and they have sleeping racks on the top, and they just ride through the forest all day. And this is why the people of Biddlesville have this little secret tunnel in Tile 8, so they don't have to go through that.
Indeed.
To sell their wares in town.
Mm-hmm.
And pay the road tax.
Mm-hmm.
Because all roads, in the history of roads, you have to pay a tax to go on them.
I will make a note and see if that is a thing that we're going to do. Okay.
Road has to be maintained somehow.
It certainly does.
And most governments don't do it for free.
They do not. Okay, so yeah, that is tile 11 sorted. We've got some trees there. There are also rough paths heading into the Carroll Woods to Biddleville. Okay. And finally, on this line, we have tile 12.
Yes.
What's going to be going on there? Well, that is 14, so we are going to... That says match previous hex, but if this was forests, they would have chopped them down because this is so close to the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is...
somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know stumps anywhere. Do you have...
That's fine.
This? Actually, that kind of looks like some stumps.
Could be some stumps. Could be a few. It's just like a bracket and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Grassy stuff.
That'll work as a couple of stumps that have been cut down.
That'll do. That will do indeed. So, tile 12. Is there anything else in it?
Maybe a few
natural
trees that are still trying to grow up around it.
That's a 7. A 7 is some natural resource in tile 12. What could there be that is right outside the wall?
Horses?
Horses. There could be a stable, yeah.
Yeah, stable right outside the wall would make sense because again, we'll keep the horses somewhere, and so maybe like a stable directly outside the thing. So let me just see if I can find something that looks like a good stable. Make it quick. Symbols. That's all palm trees. All these pirate villainous. Come on. Well, that's burnt down hut. It's not actually like. No, I'm not too happy with that one.
Yeah, also there's a stables right outside the wall where if you're just heading into the city for like a day or something, you can pay to just keep your horse there for the time. And also you can buy or rent horses for a time from there. As well as carts and other horse adjacent products. We'll go more into the detail of what else is there in the future.
And then we'll have like I need to not that's like there.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the size of the whole thing as well to make it to be too big.
Indeed, not too big.
A fairly safe area, so you'd expect. You got the big fort right over there.
Yeah.
So we'll put this just by where forest has truly been chopped down. And there it is, little stable.
Lovely. Little stables right over there.
It's maybe a bit too small.
Maybe a tad small. Maybe a little bigger. So it is more visible from far away.
Problem when you zoom in too much.
Mm-hmm.
Focus somehow. Some of the stuff actually easily. There we go.
There we go. Okay. So.
There is a way. That's not worked.
No, that's become super pixelated.
Why is it become super pixelated? That's silly. We'll go with that.
There we go.
Do his whole. I'll play around with that later. The thing. So yeah, we have a little stable there.
That we do. That is tile 12. Immediately outside the wall. Pretty close to the wall. Tile 13 we've already been over. That is directly outside the gatehouse, as it were. So there's a place where you've got other people and you can do some RP things. But also the tile 12 is also safe, yeah, and there are some shops.
Few shops, few places to rearm, guards constantly moving around. Trade caravans to the settlements beyond the wall heading off. Settlement caravans heading off.
Yeah.
That type
Caravan places. Some shops and stuff. Caravan places.
I see there. Bit of water. Go away.
Go away, water. So, that is that line done, which leaves us with what, 2 left? Got 2 whole rows left.
2 more lines. Yes, we
2
have.
more lines.
We have 7 tiles to do, although there isn't a lot on 22.
We're going to ignore 22.
Are we? Is that just going to be a wall
22 is wall. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll leave that one alone. Who knows? We might come back to it if I think of something particular. But that means the next tile is number 15.
15.
15. Okay. So tile 15, which is again further out a bit. Not all the way, but more so than the others. Got the roads going past it. What else is down here? That's a 7, so aquatic. So there's a lake, ocean, or a sea. It's not going to be a sea or an ocean, so it's going to be a lake.
Water.
And what else is going to be in there? I did not know very well.
So, do you like that style of lake there? I can randomize to see if actually I can up detail. Up the brush size. Very big lake.
Yeah, maybe not quite that big.
Yeah.
Not quite a full circle, but yeah. Not something that's kind of just one main body of water. Yeah, that kind of thing looks good.
Phone's going. I'm just gonna quickly sort that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll leave Tom to his phone. Probably work, like I said. Been busy. But yeah, so this is a standard representation of the terrain type. So there's no landmarks, no secrets, not really any resources here. It is just a tile, which is fine, because there's a lake, and lakes still have things around them. There could be a small settlement here. This could be a place that water is taken from. That's probably a good idea because it's a lake. But maybe there's fish in this lake of some kind. But then that is a resource, so again, we don't have to do exactly as these things say. But it's a standard representation of the terrain type. There's probably something in this lake. Something does live in this lake over here, and maybe it doesn't want to be disturbed. It's not exactly a secret. It's just stay away from the lake. So yeah, we need a name for the lake. Lake. Yeah. The black looks a bit.
You're a bit too
inky, I think now.
Inky. Okay.
And it looks quite like the roads that we've got, so we might want to.
That's changed it literally nothing. Imagination. I think we had it on paper initially, which is that
yeah.
colour.
Let's keep it. That kind of looks like the stains now, though.
Yeah. Which is why I changed it.
Yeah.
Imagination is slightly more blue.
Let's keep it on imagination. Yeah, you got a bit more of that blue tinge to it, which is good.
We'll have a path down to the lake. There's any fresh water. And it will have to have a river going to it from somewhere.
Yes. You'll have to figure out a river.
Yeah. So, I think coming up from 20 and then leaving via 15.
That makes sense.
And we'll make this a relatively small stream.
Very nice.
There you go.
Okay, let's off into Kyle 20. So yeah,
It will probably head off and join up with the main road, heading to that larger settlement in 8.
leads to settlement next. X over. Okay, so
So if I grab that and go back to this, what do? We'll have them put path down here.
okay.
It will make sense that potentially guards might move off to go get a drink, and others might need to go get a drink, and that type of stuff. Because there's no water, there's no quick access to fresh water for that guard tower.
Yep.
So yeah, and also potentially continue a light spattering of trees heading along that way.
That makes sense. I put down that people are cautious of the lake, but that could entirely just be speculation and hearsay. It could be absolutely fine.
Well, regardless of if people are wary of the lake, people still need to drink water.
Exactly.
So there's that. Patches of trees. It's maybe a bit more likely to have an encounter there because various small tree covers near the path.
Indeed.
So I think I want it going and following the river line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then joining up in the next tile over, which would be yeah. So we want that going one there and there. Pull it off the screen. There. Okay. And I am going to have to go AFK again because of families who showed up.
Lovely, jubbly.
So I'll let you do anything secret or spooky there. Well,
Cool. Yeah, so this lake, we've got to be cautious of the lake. Maybe there's something there, maybe there's not. Also, you may obviously encounter us because people like water. You know, kind of important for most people to drink. So you do get the guards from Area 11 coming here for water on their way out, and also adventurers filling up their water skins. But potentially, sometimes, you know, also goblins or kobolds or someone else, bandits perhaps, are also here sometimes. So you do have the possibility of encounters. At the same time, potentially easier solved with diplomacy in these situations because they're just here for drink. You're just here for drink. No one's ambushing anyone. You know, maybe you can solve it amicably in these situations a bit easier. mention you get a positive modifier to those checks. Okay, so yeah, as to what is in the lake itself, we're gonna pop back over to the archives. Oh, is he back? Is he not back? Tom, come back.
Hello?
Yep, that was the done message from before, but it is fine.
Okay.
It is all good.
Excellent.
Well, what is in there next in a bit, but yeah. So, okay.
16.
Pile number 16. Indeed. Okay. What could possibly be here? Dice time. We keep rolling that. Keep rolling that number. Let's roll it again. An 11, which is more of a forest.
More forest. I'm going to do a bit more of a sparser forest here.
More woods, but yes, sparse woods.
So they've almost tried to clear the area, but given up.
Sparse woodland.
Also provides more opportunity for things to ambush the party.
Small copses. Swear copses a small amount of trees.
Yeah, it can be used as a small amount of trees, yes.
So apparently that's not a word.
It might not be the way you're spelling it.
It was, but maybe it will change to groves, I suppose. Small groves of trees. Perfect.
Groves always indicate to me that they're cultivated.
Yeah. Thickets. Trees and bushes. Perfect. Ambush spots the unwary, but also decent camping locations.
It's got a few areas where there's trees being chopped down.
Yep. Tree chop down. Is there anything in this area beyond just the general stuff we've gone over? That is the roll of a 2. So there is a landmark. A feature of something significant that distinguishes the hex as noteworthy. So what could there be here? I reckon rather than there being another farm, this is perhaps one of the closest hints to the mysterious civilization that existed beyond the wall long, long ago. And this is one of those things that people always pass kind of on their way out and look at and wonder. And that's what keeps people investigating, because you've got this mysterious thing. It could be an obelisk, could just be a strange structure, could be some kind of could be be a tower. Could be an ancient tower.
Stonehenge. Old broken down
It's
bridge.
like an old broken down bridge. I reckon some kind of tower.
Tower? Okay.
Tower's good, yeah. Old tower.
Where?
Put it down there, yeah. I'd
Yeah?
say, yeah.
And we'll put some like dead trees around it to make it look spooky. Make it look nice and spooks.
Ancient tower.
Like it's killed everything around it. Man, the woods. The Carroll Woods has really sort of just become. I suppose Tile 6 and Tile 11 is like the Carroll Woods, and then everything else is just a collection of like copses and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. You say coppice. Maybe it's coppice I'm thinking of. Copse is definitely the right word, but
That's how you pronounce it. I had a job.
coppicing is woodland management. Okay, it's different again. Job. Is that what you meant to type, Tom?
No. I meant to do this. Don't laugh. It would have worked, I'm sure. Also, this is super secret. I probably shouldn't be.
I'm gonna say don't.
Yeah, maybe
be
not do that. Maybe not show that. That's a bad idea.
I'll blank that bit out. Okay, so yeah. People like to gaze at from a distance.
But don't go near.
But don't tend to get too near.
There do be spookums in those hills.
Indeed. So yeah, we should probably put down a title line thingy for the Carroll Woods between 6 and 11.
Label. We don't want the font color to be
Deep green, probably for woodland kind of thing, I imagine, or brown, green or brown.
Yeah, we definitely want the sharpened font on because. Oh, that's too large. Font it down. Cut at roll.
REL.
REL.
Yeah. Carroll, capital W.
And then it's woodland.
And then Oods. Carroll Woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get rid of the outline.
Yeah.
Get rid of the outline, then you can find one that's
whatever the same one is for Biddlesville and everything.
Yeah, that's Lancelot, but that's causing issues. So I'm thinking about changing it because that doesn't look too good.
Is it better if we zoom out?
No. It's worse.
Okay, we might have to change the others then so that they're consistent.
East, no. No. I mean, Aladdin sort of works.
Yeah. You can put it down kind of just in 10 maybe?
I think. See,
Just
this is
green
the
on
issue.
green's not going to work, but if we put it down in 10...
Now let me try brown.
Brown mixes too well with green.
Even the black mixes too well.
Yeah.
Okay. Get back to the green colour that we were after. put it down in 10.
We'll
give
just curve it
the-
a bit over around. Yeah, and then rotate it the other way. Yeah. And then the other way. You just want the end of the woods to be in that little gap.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, curve it around more. Yeah, curve it around more. Because we don't want the end of woods to be covered by a tree either.
I will remove some trees.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go with that.
There
and then
will work. Yeah, and we'll
I'll-
just shift some of the trees around.
Yeah, get rid of them. Some of them.
The trees up in 6 are fine. It's more just the ones down in 10.
Yeah. In future, when we're doing woods, I think we're gonna have to think about how I do.
Where we're doing text and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe
Makes
do
sense.
do the text first. I think.
Yeah. No, to be fair. So yeah, if we update Biddlesford and Biddlebrook
Yeah, I'll do that
to
now.
Aladdin, and I guess we'll move the bit around them as well.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got our first mysterious.
No, that's why you want the outline, because what it does is it blocks out the stuff behind it.
It blocks out the stuff behind. So I mean, I guess we can put that back on Carol Woods.
Yeah. I'm gonna reduce it.
Yeah. That's a little
And
easier to
then-
do anyway, to be fair. Yeah, there we go.
Put that. Yeah, there you go. Biddlesville, Biddlebrook, and Carol Woods, and then if I put
Cool.
that, yeah, see, look.
And then now that works. That's why we want that.
Yep.
Didn't need to remove all those trees after all.
I'm going to put some trees back.
So we've just done tile 16. So tile 17 is next. And that is by the wall again. Got a 12. Which is apparently a swamp, but I think this is probably just going to be plains.
Yeah, it might have like a.
If anything's going to be swampy, it'd be 20, I would imagine,
Yeah, probably.
because you've actually got the river running through it. So
I could maybe put like a singular hill or something. That's a mountain tile. We don't want a mountain tile.
no. Well, let's see what else there is. If there's anything in here at all. That is an 11. So no, it's a standard tile.
Standard tile. Okay, we'll just leave it how it is.
17's pretty standard. Again, it's right by the wall. 8's already got more than it's likely going to have in it. So
Yeah, it's probably gonna be literally the most boring tile on this particular map. I would imagine.
I would say so. Maybe something appears in it in the future, but for now, it's just pretty empty.
Yep.
Okay.
There's just the lime ship there.
That would be confusing.
I could put a compass rose.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll just leave that one as it is for now, I imagine.
Yes.
So
clear.
next.
So if we want like height variation, I can do that.
Sure.
So
Look
maybe
into that. Look into that later.
a little bit of height variation.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, standard.
For now, standard. Okay. Are all the numbers in the old font as well?
They are, yes, but
Well, I'll say them later.
yeah,
So
later
don't need
in
to
a
put
bit.
them now. Okay, so final line, tile 19.
19. Yep, here.
Is a 3, which is plains.
You are boring 19. Plane
Boy
20.
is more planes. Oh, is there anything in the planes? Beyond just general random encounters and that kind of stuff. That is a 1.
A singular tree.
So another landmark.
Oh. A singular tree.
A singular tree, but bigger maybe.
Big tree.
Bigger tree.
Bigger tree.
No.
Bigger tree.
Yes, bigger tree.
It must be biggest tree on map. This is biggest tree on map. No, that would be biggest tree on map. Yes, big tree.
Biggest tree on map.
Big tree. And maybe a couple of cut down trees around it.
Nope, just one tree.
Make it sad.
Just one tree.
Big tree.
Why is there a tree? No one knows.
No one knows. Big tree. And we'll have maybe moss. At maybe this point here, there's a forward point that just a little footpath. Around under the tree and off this way. There you go.
Oh, so I put what is the tree called and why is it there? And we'll figure that out at a later point. Potentially, I'll do that
tree
secretly. Yeah, just one big tree. No other trees for quite a way around. Just got shrubland and grassland and stuff. And then there's a tree.
And there is also some paths. Or game trails or whatever.
Yep. Very nice. Okay.
20 and 21.
20 and 21 are all that is left. So what do we have in tile number 20?
Well, we have a river. Or
We have a river.
Stream's
River.
It's probably a better word for it.
Stream. Yeah. If we check back on the bigger map.
Big map.
Yeah. Big map. We're
So
in
that's coming from
3
4.
right now.
Yeah, that's
On
coming
4. Yeah. So
I'll
it's
bring,
not
like, bring
likely
it
to get
along.
very swampy, really.
Yeah.
So we will just say it is. It's more plains because we rolled same as previous X.
Yay!
So it's got a river, but it's the same.
Yay! Is there anything in the plains other than the river?
With a river.
And put some gentle hills.
We also haven't got a name for the lake.
The river and the
Oh,
lake need names.
They do need names. That's a 2. We do just have a landmark, so we'll roll it again. A secret 5. But let's think about the name for the lake and the river first.
Secret tunnels.
Not more secret tunnels yet, damn it.
Merely
okay.
adding Din's voice to the conversation.
That's true. Okay, so. names, name. Lake, and Lake Stream. No.
Yeah.
No. We can do better than that, surely.
We can do better than that. This is temporary.
Yeah.
If it wasn't obvious.
Yeah. Let's see, shall we? What if we do? What if we follow that line of thinking? It could be Lake Lacus.
Lake Lacus.
Yeah.
Bell.
So Lacus.
Lacus.
It's still Lake, but it's Lake in Latin now.
Aha. I will put. That could very easily be a name as well. There was a hero called Lacus at one point who explored the lake and went missing, and that's why the lake is mysterious and people don't like going near it.
Perhaps. Okay, I'll let that bit up. So that means that we have Lacus Stream. What else? What else is here?
A secret I need to
secret. Yeah.
Let me know when you're done.
I will. A secret. So, we did look before at Lake Lacus, what could be there, you know, and I was looking at on Archives of Nethys, because I don't have a bestiary yet because they've not, released the remaster. About what monsters you could potentially have, you know, if you're just going to have a monster. Which you don't have to have. You can just have. You know, you can just have something else hidden at the bottom of the lake, or maybe something like that. It doesn't have to be a monster specifically. But those can be useful. So looking at the water traits, obviously low-level things, because pretty close to it, you've got things like the water wisps and the water methods, ice methods, ooze methods, a lot of methods at the lower levels. Awesome Draugr, you can have some Draugr living in the water, or a river drake, stuff like that. But you know, at that point you're already getting up in level. You've got the sea dragons and the brine dragons, the Marid, ice worm and things like that, and these are getting a bit crazy, you know, they're a bit high level, so I think it's probably water wisps, but not the water wisps as they're described, of swimming spheres of foam water with actually humming with a wash of soft sounds, gentle, nurturing, quick to help anyone in need. Perhaps these are These are more dangerous water wisps that come from the stream and take people upstream for some other purpose. Or maybe it's not nefarious, but it just seems it, because people don't know otherwise. That is what we will leave there for now, until we update that.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, and so with that, we have one tile remaining on this tile.
And that is tile 21.
Tile 21, which is again pretty near the wall, so
Very boring.
likely to not be particularly interesting. It is match previous hex, so it's more planes.
Yay.
I rolled 2 17s in a row, and it's standard. So it's planes.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Once again, pretty empty. Not a lot going on here. Here's a pathway through to the next X from here. Put that in 17, in 21.
Like a settlement on the wall. Something like that.
Absolutely, further along the settlement on the outside of the wall, absolutely. Okay. But yeah, so
Gives
that
multiple
is-
areas as well to see the big towers.
Indeed,
See it
the big
from-
mysterious tower that I will
From
confidently
R12,
perform.
R17, R21, and then R6. R6, sorry, I keep saying R, that's 1, Thomas. 12, 17, 21, 16, and 20 you can all see the tower from. And then you can see it from the top of the fortress along the road. We need a name for that fortress.
We do.
The roadside fortress, the first fort.
We need a name for that. We probably need a name for the road as well.
What's the settlement that's going to be an 8 called? Because roads are usually called settlement, lane, road, pike.
Yeah, true.
Like,
so the
like
fort
old-
can be Fort Primus.
Fort Primus.
Fort first.
I won't label it on here, so you can leave it on there.
Yeah.
It's too small to label.
Yeah.
It was an actual
That's in
settlement.
tile 11. Fort Primus. And then we have the town, which is the first town. It's a settlement. It's more of a strategic settlement, which is built there with intention. Yeah. Yeah. Opportuna. Opportuna. Like opportunity. But also like strategy. So Opportuna. So it's Opportuna Road.
Okay, so the road's Opportuna Road, and then there's that other road which is going up to that other settlement.
Which will be
Something else.
something Mine Lane, probably.
Yeah.
Gatehouse. Opportuna Road.
Call it Pike as well if you want to give it a more old-timey feel.
Pike. What?
It's also, Pike is another word for road. It was used. It's quite a colonial word.
Ah.
So if you go to America, if you're on the East Coast, a lot of the roads are called something Pike or this city Pike.
Yeah, that is true. I'd forgotten about that. I have heard that before. I hadn't really made the connection for some reason. I just thought it was a bit odd. Learn something new every day. Okay, so Opportuna Pike. We'll call it Opportuna Pike. That's
I'm just suggesting as it's like almost we've got like colonial settlements
this is
going out
sort of colonial. Yeah, this bit is.
Pike,
Okay.
maybe. It was also
Yeah.
an Old English one, but a lot of our pikes now
On
something
our roads
road.
and something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, so we've got Opportuna Pike. We've got Fort Primus. We've got the Carroll Woods over there. We've got Lake Lacus and Lacus Stream. Biddleville up the top. And then a few settlements and bits and bobs nearby as well.
Hmm. And that's the
Okay,
tile.
that is the tile.
Oh, and to zoom
That's
so
zoomed
hang
in.
on.
We need to be zoomed out because we need to see the whole thing.
There
And
you
that
go.
is our start. Okay, so yeah, it gets a bit empty towards 21, and that side, but that does make sense because it's right by the wall. There's not going to be a lot going on there.
We've got a
We can
small
potentially
woods,
put got a
lots of
small woods in
copses.
there.
In fact,
Lots of
we
copses
basically
and
haven't
trees.
even another tiny woods here that we can call something different if you really wanted to.
We could do. I mean, it could be just
Lacus
like
Woods.
Lacus. Yeah. I don't remember if Smallwood's name. It's not really a Copse. Lacus Copse.
If you spell that, I can call it that.
Copse.
Copse.
That's the one.
Spots.
Lacus Copse. Over
Okay.
there.
That's the largest of the corpse. And there's copse.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch
Largest of the copses.
in the
Indeed.
region. And lots of other smaller ones with minor names. We've got this guy. We've got a couple of characters as well that we need to fill out. We've got Lacus, whoever he was, and his history.
Indeed.
Maybe he has something to do with that ruin. Who knows? We've got the Carrolls, who we already know what happened to the Carrolls, but our characters won't.
Yep. We've got the Biddles and the people who live in Biddlesville.
Yeah, and Mr. Biddle himself.
Mr. Biddle himself, whoever is at the Biddlebook farm.
Gnomes.
Which are gnomes, I believe. I can't remember if we named them yet. We maybe did.
Yeah,
but
have like a gnome family, the farmhands, the guy who runs the glamping or the way house, or where I think so. It's more like a way house now. Maybe it's like was a house and he's now like built what was supposed to be initially temporary structures, but have now become more permanent.
Possibly.
Possibly. That might be cool. Their family member in the city who runs the secret escape out into the thing, so you don't have to pay the tax.
Indeed.
Who commands the fort in the Carroll Woods?
Fort Primus, absolutely.
Who is in charge of the first establishment beyond the wall, the horse tenders with pastures for horses to run around, and he'll keep care of your horses as you go into town, so you don't have to pay the stables inside. Maybe they have like an internal stable, but it's really expensive in there.
Yeah, almost certainly. Yeah.
So we have a couple of characters that we need to already begin to sort of figure out.
Couple of characters, couple of places, couple more mysteries I need to do more depth.
What type of
into.
commander is the commander of Fort Primus? Is he one who's antagonistic towards Biddlesville? Is he antagonistic towards the players?
Yep.
Is he good at his job? Is he not?
We've got lots of questions already.
Questions that I'm not allowed to know.
Yeah, this is as far as Tom gets.
Yes.
I will go through and do the rest of the building out for this myself.
Do
So
we want to start on maybe tile 1?
So I think, owing to how much more talking I'm going to do for the rest of the day,
Fair enough.
we will leave this here, so that my voice can have a little bit of a break, and you can have some time to sort of whatever you need to do before we play Pathfinder in a couple of hours. And also if you want to just, I guess, go in and clean up the file numbers to be the same font that we've now changed things over to.
Yeah.
Can do that as well, and can do any of you can then send me the Biddlesville tile, the
tile
tile
3.
export, the entire thing
Tile
is what I mean. Yeah.
Tile
3 of Ring 1. But yeah, we will leave this here. So thank you for watching or listening. Hope you found this interesting, or just good background noise to be on while you're doing whatever you're doing. If you're doing your own building, good luck. It's fun to do, but you know, sometimes it's a pain. But it's fun to have other people helping with as well. And
it's only when you get like blocks.
Exactly, and that's why it can be good to have help. Because it makes pushing past those a little bit easier. So yeah, we'll leave this one here. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.